Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So, Zoo is here. We talked about how, there's these cool aspects. Shaman's got like everything, and Shaman should be super crazy to play in ranked and standard and wild and arena and all that. But as it turns out, the most powerful deck that I believe we have experienced, collectively I think a lot of the pros agree that the Zoolock is back pretty full swing right now, and it is certainly the most powerful deck that I've played since the launch of Whispers of the Old Gods. It seems like this might be the real deal. This is the deck list that I came up with. I do want to very specifically stress this deck list is one that I was playing on one of my free-to-play accounts, and because of that, I don't have some of the cards I would otherwise put in my deck. The reason I want to show you guys this deck list is that with new decks, there are always, hit and miss. Some people might include cards, they might look better, but in the end, they might not be better. I want to highlight this list because out of the limited options that I had, I would say I included a few cards that most other deck builders did not, and I think there is some success to be had here. So it is still a collective learning experience to come up with what the best decks will actually be, and hopefully, even though I assure you this is not the most optimized list, I can basically put my little piece in the collective theory crafting, I guess. So, notably, one of the main cards that I am missing on this account is the Knife Juggler. Yes, we're talking about the 2/2 piece of crap recently nerfed Knife Juggler that you probably have disenchanted because of the glorious dust rewards associated with doing so. That card is pretty damn good in this deck because this deck constantly and brutally floods the board turn after turn after turn. And also, Gormok the Impaler made quite a show in a few decks, and some people liked a few of the classic Zoo cards like Defender of Argus and a few of those. I didn't really like that card, and well, I didn't have the card either, so it made the decision very easy to play a few different cards. The way that the deck works, and the reason why the deck is so ridiculously powerful, has to do with two of the new cards recently released. So the first is Forbidden Ritual. Forbidden Ritual is easily the best of the ritual cards, and it is a card that people kind of thought, it's okay, you just play a bunch of 1/1s, that's pretty good. But in this type of deck with so much synergy, with so many buffs, with board presence being everything, and this card delivering exactly that on demand, exactly as much as you need it in a control format and saturating your entire mana for the turn, it's pretty insane. Okay, this card is pretty good. It can basically flood a full board. If you're on turn 7 and you have no board, suddenly you have 7 minions. And while, yes, they're 1/1s, they're really easy to kill, your opponent will likely not have 7 minions. And from the decks out there right now, there are very few board clears that don't commit a large amount of mana. And probably the only real counter to this deck that I've seen is Warrior because of the new Ghoul card that has assimilated the Whirlwind effect. So outside of that, it seems that this deck is pretty out of control, which means that if you're facing a lot of this deck or similar type of Zoo decks, that's what you probably should think about playing. The other card that really has making a huge impact is the Darkshire Councilman. The Darkshire Councilman, you look at the cards like, yeah, it's a 1/5, which is kind of bad stats for 3 mana, but if you play another minion on the next turn, it's like a 2/5, maybe a 3/5, and that's pretty damn good stats for a 3 mana play. But in general, the high HP, low attack 3 mana drops don't really have much of an impact because on turn 4 and 5 they don't push for enough damage and they get eaten up by a bigger minion. But if you're playing just a crazy amount of small minions, which this deck is deliberately doing, that 1/5 becomes like a 10/5 in just a few turns. So the fact that it starts off pretty badly means nothing. It starts off as a 1/5, but it can so aggressively push as your opponent is playing the minions. So with this type of deck, you play this on 3, your opponent plays a 4-drop, sometimes that 4-drop has like 5 health, you can get this guy to 5 attack on that turn in this deck. Then your opponent plays a 5-drop, you can bump his health to kill a 5-drop, then the attack, and then you can bump the attack to kill a 6-drop, then a 7-drop. But you're probably not doing that, you're probably just completely destroying your opponent by hitting him in the face. So there's that aspect. Darkshire Councilman might be the best card of the expansion, I will say that right now. It is absolutely insane. The rest of the deck plays out similarly as the typical Zoo decks. I included Cult Master just because I didn't really have too many options, and I think it ended up pretty well. Very frequently you will have a ridiculously big board, and you can just go for a lot of card advantage because unlike a lot of the other Zoo decks, you can explode on the board very quickly because the minions are so small and so aggressive. I included 2 Sea Giants. You probably want to include 1. I think Sea Giant ended up being kind of a bad card in some games, but it's still pretty good in this type of deck when you can flood the board so easily. And I tried out the Volcanic Drake, and I was not disappointed. It will be very often where you can get like a 0 to like 2 mana Volcanic Drake, let's say. And that makes the card pretty damn good because there's just so many little threats to deal with that your opponent just can't keep up. That's how Zoo works. You control the board, and your opponent cannot play things as efficiently as you can. And being a Warlock, of course, you will not run out of steam, specifically because you also have the Cult Master. Out of the deck list, a few of the differences that I have, in addition to some of the other decks, I tried the Spawn of N'Zoth, but I didn't really get to see it work out very well. I don't even think I ever drew the card, honestly. So that's still a bit of guesswork. But I do want to say that the Dragon Egg is possibly one of the most powerful cards, one of the powerful inclusions that I have, and a lot of the other Zoo-style decks do not. I didn't originally include Dragon Egg, as you'll see in the games to come. It's not on the deck list. It came as one of the last few games I played with the deck. I got a Dragon Egg off of the Dark Peddler, which is also a pretty strong card in this deck, by the way. And it really carried. The Dragon Egg was ridiculous. It spawned a bunch of extra guys, and it was the body. It was the 1-drop that my opponent just didn't want to remove. It resists board clear a little bit, and yeah, overall it's just super strong and super synergistic in this deck. If you are playing this type of deck, and if a lot of people are playing this type of deck, which probably we will see a little bit more of as the strong decks come out, people will just be gravitating towards those. People just start net decking all over again. That process is due very soon, by the way. If you are experiencing games where you're just playing only against this and you do want to play this deck, I think we might see some kind of board clears because unlike the previous generations of Zoo decks, this can explode on the board so quickly, which means that you can actually play board clears, and it will be the only way you can win one of these matchups. It'll be the situation where your opponent had a better opener than you, but, you know, if you play minions, he's just going to trade favorably into you. You're going to lose. So you need maybe something like Hellfire to clear out his board entirely. And trust me, a Hellfire would clear out this board almost entirely in almost every single situation. And then you can, you know, start playing your stuff right afterwards, and you can start taking the game back. So you can expect a few kind of weird cards like that as we are still in the experimentation stage. Overall, though, this deck is unbelievably strong, and you know, if you're not too much of an aggro, too much of a Zoo player, it still might be worth playing because with decks being in the infancy right now, it can be very interesting and very productive to learn how they function so you can maybe play around it a little better and have more of understanding than the general public at this time. So for now, I give you guys the OP Zoolock. Enjoy the clips, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I'll keep it. I don't have a 2-drop, but I have so many 1s and 2s in the deck, so... Yeah, kill me. I'll check. Let me review a deck. You had a lot of success at rank 5. You want some advice. I don't see a link for the deck, though. Deck tracker? Well, I haven't played the deck yet. I'll play the deck a little bit, and then we'll fix it up.
Did you bring some fish?
Okay.
Buying or selling? Someone call for the
Councilman's OP as fuck? Yes, it is.
deal.
Lose 8 damage? Fine. Okay. 3 mana, 7/5. That seems balanced. Oh yes, please. Take 8. Three would die, so I can tap here. Oh, I can't discount that enough. I hate to say it, but I think Zoo's back, guys. How do you beat this deck?
You win this.
Zoo never left. I mean, these are alright, but I kind of want more power. Yeah, fine. Let's just try it. Let's see if I can just keep whatever and win against the Druid. Maybe I can. Yeah, these work with the Councilman pretty well. No coin second 1-drop. Yeah, I was planning on coining a 3, but now I'll probably coin a Powerbomb.
Who knows what secrets will uncover? Cthulhu is my shield. Buying or selling.
This might suck, but oh, it's good.
Cthulhu! 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 Hope is an illusion.
Okay, Sea Giant's not going to be too playable here. That's pretty weak. That is probably the worst draw on the deck there.
Do you hear its call? Cthulhu!
Oh man.
Cthulhu!
Really? The other one too?
Get in there and fight, maggot!
I have big plans.
Okay, I might lose this one. I drew pretty badly and he had answers to everything that I drew. Swipe's probably the best card here. Oh, that's pretty good. Unbeatable. Alright, alright. Looks like we're getting beat here. But maybe not. Okay. Nice Sea Giants. Yeah. That seems like a really stupid attack. It's probably the worst attack I've seen in quite some time here. Yeah, watch him have like a turn 9 Cthulhu here. Oh god. Okay. Let's see if I can get through this somehow. Oh, I would like that very much. It seems quite foolish to get to 8. It's not very likely I can get through this, but still seems foolish. Okay. I should be able to tap. this is just not going to make any difference here. Tap first would potentially give me a minion that would reduce the Sea Giant. If I coil first, it increases the Sea Giant's cost. So yeah, I think the play was good. Holy crap, these discounts. If he has swipe, I'm pretty screwed. I don't think he has swipe though, he would have played it by now. Okay. So I need to kill this somehow. I'm not so sure I can do that, but I'm not dead right now. Oh, what the hell is that? Alright, okay.
The land serves me. The land serves me.
Interesting. That seemed pretty dumb. If he doesn't draw Cthulhu, he might actually win. You obviously kill a tentacle here. No, we're short. I can win with power overwhelming top deck though.
Buying or selling.
Unstoppable is right.
Will rise against you.
I think the main thing that we're missing is like solid 1-drops. I think maybe we should put in like Argent Squires here. Most of the 1-drops I'm running are just very situational. Fine. This looks like an innocent minion. It's not. I think Reliquary should be a 1 of. Well, let's see. This isn't Arena, I have to mulligan better. Yeah, you might be right on that.
Pay attention, class.
Say goodbye to that. Alright, how can we play a ridiculous amount of stuff? Well, if we just play Abusive and Horse Rider, that's actually good enough.
Fight, maggot. Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Is that it? Okay. Okay. Polymorph for 1-drop. That's a big 1-drop. Pretty sure he's dead. How much do we have? 5 plus 5. Oh, we're 1 off.
Join or die, or both.
Can't coil lethal.
I have big plans.
Kinda wanna play that, because he'll survive.
Get it out! Get it out!
Get another card there. Flame Strike? Sure. think I missed lethal. Where did I miss lethal? Oh, coil own minion. Oh! Okay, I missed lethal. I did miss lethal, yeah. I think Imp Gang Boss is just too good against another Zoo deck, so I'm just gonna keep it.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
You're 17 and 2 with a pay-to-win version of this.
Why do you call?
Yeah.
Fine or selling.
Really? That does surprise me, actually.
Deal.
3/1/1s. Is it that good? Whoa. Okay. Shadow Bolt. Weird. Don't care about wild, should I just dust GVG and Nax? Well, if you want to craft something right now, I guess, but maybe you should wait and see if you will actually care about wild.
The light protects me.
Maybe standard won't be all that, who knows. I think I can tap here.
Get it out! Get it out!
I have been planned. Are you my master?
Oh, what? Oh, dude, this is a Reno Cthulhu deck. That's amazing. Alright, so with 4 kill, these are 2 mana a pop. Alright.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
I think it's possible I can kill him even if he Renos.
We're gonna be rich!
I'm learning.
Sever my wrath!
Turn 6 Reno? Sorry. Maybe you can get a minion that fully heals you and gives you some armor, perhaps. Maybe next expansion. Better luck next time, you know?